Like silence she stands, like laughter she falls from a castle of sand, like a memory she calls. Shikoo! Mike's music method. Come on in. Today we are doing an amazing song. Townes Van Zandt's Why She's Acting This Way. I've always loved this song. I used to cover this song. And what we're going to do here today, if you're new to Mike's music method, the first 20 or so minutes of the video, we're doing every note of every measure. I'm going to hold your beautiful hand, and you are going to learn this darn thing. But don't get too stressed out, because after that, again, timestamp below, we'll be playing and singing together. So the beginning 20 minutes will be super focused, trying to learn new skills. Then we're going to back off and go, you know what, can we just strum this thing, be loose with it, forget about all the details, and then slowly over time you're going to meld those two together until you become Townes Van Zandt. So grab your cowboy hat out of the closet, the one that's too tight and gives you a red line on your forehead, and put it on your head, and let's start learning this song. And also don't forget, at the end of the video there is a slow run through of the whole thing. The tabs will be up on the screen, but they're also free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. But remember guys, please, it's a value for value model. I've got over like 5,000 unique people coming to my website. If all of you guys could give a few bucks every month, I'd have a real job. But that's it. Let's not linger any longer. Timestamps are down below. We're going to start with measure 1, go through the whole thing. This is taken from live at the old quarter version. Capo's 4. Townes is using a flat pick. You can use your fingers if you want to. I probably would if I wasn't doing the tutorial, but the pick does cut through a bit more. By the end of this video, not only are you going to know this song, but you're going to have awesome command of a bunch of different right hand rhythms, and you're going to have some cool little melodies going on too. The beginning's really lovely. And that's it. Let's do the darn thing. Measure 1. All right, the tab looks goofy, but I promise when you play it, it'll be easier than how the tab looks. So we're sliding from 3 to 5. But the moment I slide to that 5, I'm like hitting the open on the first string. So 3, slide to 5. The moment I slide to the 5, I'm hitting open on the first string. And then right after I hit that open, I'm going to hit open again. So I'm going to do a down, up on that top string. Then I'm going to come back the other way. So I'm going to slide down. So we have slide up, da-da, slide down. And then I'm going to do 3, 1 on the second string. So 3, 4. Now let's go into the strumming. We've got an F chord. We're just going to do baby F. And what we're going to do here is we're going to hammer open to 2 on the third string. And then I'm going to strum down up on those top 4 strings, simple F. So hammer, down, up, down, down, up. So our rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and hammer, 2 and 3, 4, and hammer, down, up, down, down, up. I'll just say it once, but if this is complicated, check out my book, Strum It Like a Cowboy. It's all about right hand strumming and picking technique, and that'll help you out. It'll be linked down below. Next measure, the rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and we're just doing single note stuff here. So we got 3rd fret on the 4th string. Then I'm going to do 2 open on the 3rd string. Then 2nd fret on the 4th. So 3. Then it ends open, open on the 3rd string. So 3, 4. Measure 5 is a G chord. And at the beginning, you can put down the whole chord, but really you don't need anything quite at the beginning. He's just doing open on the 4th, open on the 3rd, and then doing a down strum on the highest 4 strings. Then it's down up, so open, open, strum, down up, 4th, 3rd, down, down up. Then measure 6, he does play all of his strings at the beginning. And you'll notice what I call the open string cheat at the end of this measure. it adds a different color and it gives you time to get to the next chord. So that measure is a big strum on 1 and 2 and 3. And everything after the 1 is just like aim for the higher 3 or 4 string. So big 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and that 4 and is just open, believe it or not. He's just doing down, up, on all open, and then to a C chord in measure 7 here. Measure 7, you're gonna hit a C chord, hold it for a beat, 3, 4, and on the and we move to an F chord. So you've got 1, hold, 3, 4, and. So on the up we're moving 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, 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 up. But it rolls right into measure 8. It's that F chord. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So here again, you don't have to do it exactly how Townes is doing it, but he's doing an open string cheat and he's hammering into the C on the and of beat 4, so a little bit early. So check this measure out. It's an F, 1, 2, and 3, and we lift it there. So down, down, up, down, up. And then the last 2 beats are down, up, open, C chord. And you might even be hammering there. So the 4 might just be 4 and with a hammer. But then in measure 9, he gives you all of it. So 3, 4, down, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I'm going to do the hammer there. 3, 4, down, down, up, down, lift, hammer, C, measure 9. So that was your intro. We're going to start singing now in the verse. And with these strumming songs, you can get them exact. Great way to practice, but then just kind of let go and trust your right hand and your instinct and don't obsess on the tab. We'll talk about how to sing and play later on in the song where you can just trust your instincts more, but it's also good to learn from the masters and try to replicate them exactly. But you don't necessarily have to do that when you're covering it. So then we kind of go into the verse here from 9. Like silence she stands. So check out this measure, it's a C, 1, miss, and open. So we got 1, 2, up strum, so down, miss, up, then you hit the open. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So a lot of ands in there. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. We're skipping 2 and 4. One more time, 3, 4, 1, miss, up, pick, miss, up, and then into the F chord. It to speed. Let's do that. So we start the verse here in 11. We just have an F. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So pick the 6th string. Here it's kind of hard because I've got this F chord. I'm doing the thumb over the top. I guess you don't have to. You could just do it like this. And I suppose that would be fine. There's just going to be a lot of weird movement when you have to do the hammer on. So start of the verse 11, you're hitting that 6th string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So pick, hold it, down, down, up. And this fun little fill, open to 2 on the 3rd string. And I'm going to do top string 1, 1. So open 2 on the 3rd, 1, 1 on the top. Back to the 3rd, but backwards. 2, 0, then 3. That D string on the 4th string. And I'm holding down that 2 here, so it rings out. You can experiment with how legato you want that to be. Then 13, we have that open to 2 hammer on. Kind of seen a similar thing in the intro. In measure 3, I think exactly the same. Hammer, down, up, down, down, up. Hammer, 2, and 3, 4, and then here I'm hearing like a big strum, so maybe you should have your thumb over the top there. So in 14, down, down, up, down, down, up. And again, if you don't want to do your thumb over the top, it's fine to just keep it high. Totally acceptable. 15, a C chord. 2, 3, 4, and that's a down, miss, down, down, up. Then a similar fill on it, but we keep the C chord down. So I'm going to do open the 2 on the 4th string. And then a quick down, up, 19's really similar. Hammer, down, up, down, down. He adds a little fun color at the end of that measure. So we got hammer, down, up, down, down, up. And on that final up, I'm putting my pinky down. 3rd fret of that top string. 3, 4. 18, still a C chord. Love that. Just 5th string, down, up, then pick the 6th string, down, up. Back to the F and 19. And here's the kind of giveaway where it is the thumb over the top, because you're hearing 6, 4, down, but you're hearing that sus. And the only way to get that sus is he's only lifting that middle finger. So if you were barring it, there's no way to just lift that because you'll make it a minor. So that's the kind of giveaway that he's got the thumb over the top. So 6, 4, down, down, up. And if it's hard for you to bar, because on this guitar, the wider neck, it's hard for me to get both of these 1st frets. So you don't have to play that high E string. You can just have it muted on top, if that's easier with the thumb over the top. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go back to the hammer on. We've seen that before, except here, he's a little more liberal with that down up instead of just picking the high string like he did in a 16, or whatever measure it was, not 16, 12. Here we're gonna do a little strum there. Measure 21 we've seen before. Hammer, down, up, down, down, up. No open string cheat there. Low thumb. Seen all this before. It's a little different, but it's just pick 5, 4, down, down, up. Same fill here. So 26 is new. We have 5th string, like just a C, then I'm doing 2 open on the 4th, then the 2nd fret on the 5th string, then open on the 5th, 3, 4, 1, nice. Then 27 is a G, pick, miss, up, down, down, up, pick, miss, up, sorry, 1, miss, and 28, we got a big G at the beginning. Kind of a weird one. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and. So the rhythm is 1 and 3, 4 and 1 and. So down, up, down, down, up. But the last F the last up we're cheating into the F. 3, 4, 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and like I said in my ebook, we talk all about how this fulcrum doesn't stop. You want this right hand to constantly be going up and down, and the rhythm just comes from you missing or playing. But this right hand, this forearm, the elbow, that is your timekeeper, and it's got to be relaxed and just always acting like a fulcrum, the thing in the grandfather clock, and it's doing that the entire song to your BPM. Every beat's in there. In the end of 36, it actually cheats to a G7. So it's 1 and 3, 4 and. I got that first finger down there. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and. Then we stay on that G7 and 37. And the rhythm is pick and 3, 4 and 1 and 3, 4 and pick up, down, down, up, pick up, down, down, up. Let's stop for a second. Little song flow note. You're probably overwhelmed. I know it's a whole bunch of different measures. The goal here is to get several of these rhythms just in really good command with your right hand. When we start singing it, which will happen later, that's all timestamped below, we'll just talk about how to let go and maybe follow one strum pattern. But if you practice this, there's always two ways to practice. The hyper-focus, exactly how did Townes do it? And that's a little bit of your practice time. The other part of your practice time is you then zoom out and you go, okay, I'm going to look at the chords and the lyrics and I'm going to just flow with this, right? So we want to have these two things going. The more you're getting exact, you're exposing your right hand to like new rhythms and different concepts. And hopefully over time, more and more of those difficult things start to stick so that when you're playing loose, you can now play more and more complex patterns because you've learned them in isolation. So that's the goal here. If you're getting overwhelmed, don't worry about it. You can really just strum this whole song and we will talk about that. But like I said, we do also want to learn and get better, and that's what we're doing here. And the good news is tons of repeats now, right? It's kind of the same format. Let's kind of go and fast forward. 39, we got down, miss, down, down, up on a C chord, same hammer idea. Just a little different in 41, hammer, down, up, big down, down, up, same walk to the G. Weird rhythm again, 1, miss, and 3, 4, and the next one, 1, and 3, 4, and reach to that G7, 1, and 3, 4, and which is pick up, miss, down, down, up, chica, the donation pitch. Ladies and gentlemen who are donating, hats off to you, lovely people. For those of you who aren't, the way things work here at Mike's Music Method, there are people who are legitimately broke as a joke. So my promise is to keep this stuff free, not behind a paywall, which is what I've been doing. But I know a lot of you people aren't broke as a joke. Most of you aren't unemployed or on disability. So even if you can throw $10 a month, $5 a month, whatever you can, maybe every time you learn a song, you're throwing me $20, $50. Maybe you're wealthy and you want to be a patron of the arts and you'll drop, $15K in the bucket, whatever, wherever you're at, please support. It's the value for value. You got to support what you want more of in the world. And there's a lot of people, downloading these tabs for free, which is fine, but please just reach into your heart and your pocketbook, and it doesn't take a lot. Even if I had half the people giving $5 a month, $10 a month, like this would be a full-time job for me, and that would be awesome. And just think of it as like a charitable event. By you paying me, you're buying me time to post this stuff for free for people who can't otherwise afford it. And that's awesome. I'm really trying my best here to teach you all. Email me if you need help. Join the Mike's Music Method Discord. These are great ways to get feedback on your playing, not only from me, but from the MMM community at large. And again, I'm really trying my best to teach you all, so please, feedback is welcome. If you're totally broke, you can still snag the tabs, but just send me an encouraging email, because this is a real labor of love and I pour a lot of time into this stuff. That's it. Please contribute. The honor system. Let's keep going with Townes. 45, G7. Back to the F. So that I keep doing. See, I did the F wrong. I would do the thumb over the top. Same thing. Little open string cheat there in 48, but barely noticeable. Doesn't matter. 49. 51, we keep going. Even me, I gotta look at these rhythms because they're always changing. All right, so here you'll note in the tab, we now have the first ending in measure 55. So the first time we play the verse, and the second time actually, the ending is different than the third and the fourth time. So from 55, just to see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next measure he does it a sus, so we're just lifting our middle finger. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and he puts it back down. So that's it, just some sus chords. So from 55, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 58 is just 1, once again, turn on. Then to go back to the verse. So it's just a C chord. He adds the pinky to the C chord on the top string. Then we go all the way back to the verse. And the start of that verse is measure 11, and we would run through the whole thing yet again, so all the way to 58. Then he does another verse, right? So we play after and we do the third verse. So then we'd, again, go to all the way to 11, but instead of going to 58, you'll notice in the tab, which is free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. Once we get to measure 54, instead of going to 55, we did the first ending and the second ending, but then when we do the third time, we jump from 54 to 59. So let's talk about that. So 59, the third verse takes us here on the word nails. Simple enough, just a C chord, one, miss, down, down, up, and an F. We get an early open string cheat there. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. The and the 4 are both open. Down, down, up, down, up, down. 61. Kind of have like a repeat of that intro, the C chord. 1, 2, and slide, and 5. So it's chord, 2, then open. On the first string, slide 3 to 5. Open, 5 again. Then I'm strumming both of them. Walking down 3, 1, in that rhythm, 3, 4, miss, 3, 4, 1, miss and slide, miss and boom, da da da. Beautiful. We know this part in 63, hammer on the F. Like the intro. Different in 66 here, hammer on the G. It's a G chord. I'm hammering open to 5 on the open to 2 on the 5th string. Then I'm doing down up with the strum on the higher ones. Then I'm doing a little run here, 2nd fret on the D string, and then lift it open, and 2nd on the 5th. So into a C chord. F, 6, 4, open string cheat, 6, 4, down, down, up, and 69. The 70's a little different for the turnaround. Glance back again, it's just 5, down, up, 6, down, up. A little more straightforward than in the beginning. And then we go back to measure 11 one more time for the final verse. And you would do the 4th ending, but after the 4th ending, you're going to jump to measure 60. Oh, sorry, the 4th ending would take you all the way to 68. Sorry. So 3rd and 4th ending are the same, except instead of doing 69 at measure 68, you jump to the coda, and that's just because the song ends there. And it just does arpeggiates a C chord from the 5th string down. Oh, yeah! All right, you're doing awesome. We will do slow run-throughs on all of that stuff in a bit. And take it slow. Maybe you're learning 4 to 8 measures at a time, as I already said. That's fine. That's good. You'll build on it slowly. And every time you zoom in, you got to zoom out, and that's what we're doing now. We're going to talk about singing and playing it at the same time. This is a great way to get song flow, and slowly you'll start to incorporate all that cool stuff that we did earlier. But start simple. So that might just be down, 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 up. Any kind of simple rhythm, and we're just gonna play through a chord chart, right? Like silence she stands, like laughter she falls. Susses in from a castle of sand. Same on the F. Like a memory she calls. In the mockingbird soon start to bleed, that the lady has died. What it all goes to show, it ain't my job to say. For who am I to know why she's acting this way? And that is basically the whole tune. So I was winging it. We didn't do any fills. We kept it really simple. Experiment with that. If that's too hard, just do all downs. Like silence she stands, like laughter she falls, wherever you are at. And then you can take like a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Like silence she stands, like laughter she falls. And notice I'm putting in dynamic, right? That's gonna immediately take your playing to like so much better. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Just having one a little louder, not having all your strums be all 6 strings. That's also hugely important. Takes you from noob to pro really quick. Low, low, high, low, low, high. Right, those little touches gonna make it sound awesome. And that's it. Slowly you're building up, and then maybe you would actually go slow and look at the first 4 measures of how Townes is playing it and try to sing over that. But this is a constant back and forth between obsessing on the tab, letting go, being loose, trusting your instinct with the chord chart. And then maybe once you feel good with both of those, then be very deliberate. Be like, all right, can I sing the first 2 lines trying to play the guitar as exactly as Townes did it? And that's what you're chasing. Slow run of the intro. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Slow run of the verse. Let's start from 11. Let's do the verse nice and slow. It's going to be hard to kind of know where you're at when you do it this slow. I've already done a few takes here. Just keep that in mind. It's like hard to keep the vocal, but I want to make sure your guitar playing is clean. So silent she stands. From 45, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do the last bit of the tab. I know it's not going to be the proper flow, but just so everything on the tab we've done slow. So let's go from 59, 2, 3, 4. Do all that again, but then the let's do the coda here. Oh, sorry, 70, we'd have that, sorry. Then it'd go all the way back to the verse, and the coda is just a little tricky to play it slow, and some of the rhythms I'm learning with you guys. I usually use my fingers, but I'm using a flat pick, so I'm missing some notes too. Look at all my excuses. All that I'm saying is that we're all learning. This stuff isn't easy. To play it with the finesse of towns takes quite a bit of practice.